Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Kaydsofficial, and you already know what it is, what it ain't. Let me know what's in your bank. Let all the scammer mints come, you know. Y'all could slide in my DMs. Okay, but it has been entirely too long since I've sat down in front of my camera and filmed a video for y'all, explaining how long it's been and what I've been going through as to why I haven't sat down and filmed a video for y'all. Would need a whole other video for that. But I'm here now. That's the point. Who cares why I haven't been here? Your girl is here. I'm back and I'm better. Bryson Tiller voice. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about my freshman experience in college, advice, answering questions, things of that nature. This video is long overdue, but like I said, that's a whole nother story. If you don't know, now you know. I attend Johnson & Wales University in North Miami Beach, Florida. I am a fashion merchandising major. I am now a sophomore. I loved my college experience first year, kind of, sort of. I guess it was a learning experience for me, and I learned a lot. So I'm really gonna share with you what I learned as a freshman, what advice I have for incoming freshmen for years to come, answering questions that you all have about Johnson & Wales and what it's like going to Johnson & Wales, since we are a private university and we have 50,000 campuses. I'm exaggerating, there's only like 3 or 4, but as a freshman, I can say that this year, these past couple of months, started off well and ended like, thank God I made it. That's pretty much how it went for me. Of course, I made friends in college, of course, and then you'd always have that one person that is just like, who raised you? I wanted to fight my roommate, but that story is gonna, y'all want a story time? I feel like I should give y'all a story time about like the way my roommate tried me and I wanted to just you know, you feel me? You know, it's some people in life that need a real good slap. Like, they mama must not have whooped them as a child, but come on sis, bring that ass here, boy, because I'm ready. Trust me. Seriously, I learned that adulting is hard. And coming from a person who started adulting when she was like 17, adulting is really, really hard. Like, being the fact that I did move away from home, which I would not give back for anything in the whole entire world. The slow life is nothing compared to the fast life. I'm trying to be in my bag, you know, in my Birkin, in my JanSport, you know, ready to go. Adulting is really hard, and I feel like as African Americans, as an African American girl, black parents normalize stress. They be like, oh, well, you asked for it. I didn't ask for this. I didn't even ask you to bring me into this world, but hey, God's plan. When I can't even talk to my parents about like stress and, oh my gosh, I have to go to class and I don't get no sleep, and as soon as I get out of class, I be having to go to work, working 1 to 10. I wake up at 8, get out of class at 10, go to my 10 a.m. class, get out at 12, eat something, go to work at 1, get off at 10, do my homework, go to sleep, repeat. Your mama be like, okay, and I did it. That's not the point, sis. We're not the same person. Like, they normalize stress to the point where it's like, that's not okay. You're not supposed to stress. You're not supposed to live this hard knock life. You're not supposed to feel like you're overwhelmed. And adults and people who went to college and are living their life now, they think that's how it's supposed to be, and it's not. I completely disagree. As a college student, you're not supposed to be stressed. You should be living your days, going about life. This is the stuff you want to tell your kids about. You want to tell your kids about your 4 years in college, your 4-year experience. I don't want to tell my kids, listen, y'all, I was stressed out. Like, all I did was work, sleep, eat, class, repeat. Like, I don't want to tell my kids that. I want to be like, oh my gosh, spring break was so lit. If you ain't watched my spring break vlog, what are you doing? Go watch my spring break vlog. Go. Like, you want to tell your kids about your memories, not the times you were stressing. And serious moment, you guys. I went through like a minor stage of depression. I'm not even gonna lie. I completely lost myself. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I woke up to go to class, didn't feel like going to class. When I did go to class, I had my headphones in, did my work, and I was like, okay, can I go? Like, we just got in class. Class started at 8:05. It's 8:15. I'm like, 10 o'clock. Where you at? Because no, like, I didn't want to talk to my professor about no work, no nothing. Just put in my grades and let me go. Period. When I was off and I didn't have class, I sat in my room. This was after, you know, I didn't have a roommate and I had my side of the room to myself. I sat in my room in the dark most of the time. I didn't turn my lights on. All the sunlight came from my window and door locked, of course. I like my privacy. And I just sat in the bed all day. Just, you know, scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on Twitter. Nothing new. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't feel like talking to nobody. I rarely ate. Like, I didn't go to the Mix, which is our, you know, cafeteria. I didn't go to the Mix and eat unless I was like, I had to be starving for me to go eat something, because I already don't have a big appetite as is. So, because I could go a whole day without eating and I could only eat like once. I know, it's unhealthy. I should stop. But like, that's really how it was. And it didn't really hit me until people started to notice that I wasn't myself. Because if you know me in real life, you know, like, this girl, she cool, she funny, she always smiling, she always on her shit. Like, I stopped doing my makeup for class. I stopped getting cute for class. I didn't want to, like, I was like over it. And people started noticing. And the moment somebody asked me like, Kay, what's wrong? I was triggered. Don't you hate when somebody come ask you what's wrong and you just, before they even can say the what, like, they just what, and the water just starts trickling from your eyes, like you feel it. Like, I'm not an emotional person. Like, mama ain't raised no wuss. I don't cry a lot. But the moment somebody asked me, am I okay? I started bawling. Like, don't ask me that. Clearly I'm not okay. You know I'm not okay. That's why you asking me, am I okay? So don't ask me that. I want to talk about it. If you ever feel like you're going through a stage where you're not yourself and you need a little bit of motivation, you are always free to DM me on Instagram, message me on Snapchat, send me an email. I check my email like it's crazy. Do something, because once you go into that minor stage of depression, and that's what it was for me. Like, I know people who be depressed for years, and that's why I thought it wasn't real, because I was like, don't people who like be depressed be like depressed for months? And I've never been depressed in my life because I'm such a happy person, and I knew like this wasn't me. I had to align myself with God. I'm gonna just say that. Don't lose yourself. That's one thing I did wrong. I didn't start praying immediately. I was just like, I can't deal with this. Like, this needs to leave. And then once I started praying about it, and I was like, God, I don't like what's going on in my life. This is not me. This is not who you created me to be. Things started turning around. Because once you about to hit that breakthrough, that's when Voldemort, whom shall not be named, start trying to knock you down. But you cannot let that happen, especially in college. Once you fall back, sis, it's gonna take you a while to get back up. Tip number 2, what works for you may not work for everybody else, and vice versa. What works for everybody else may not work for you. I say this because the 8 a.m. class can work for some people, and it may not work for you. I can sort of kind of do it 8 a.m. because it's like, if I, you know, got my little Keurig set up and I pop my little coffee, cool, I'm good. I got enough flex bucks or whatever. I don't even remember what Jay Woo called their little dollars. I feel like I've been out of school for so long. And I could go to Willie's and get me a caramel Javiva with whipped cream. My Jay Woo people know what I'm talking about. That Javiva be falling on it. Long story short, don't expect the same results. Like, it's just not gonna work. he could be doing the same thing that you doing, but there's something that you don't know about. There's a little secret ingredient that he has that you don't have, and you have to realize that everything you do from the first day of class on affects the next steps in your life. Every paper you write, every door you walk through, every person you meet, every signature you write on a piece of paper, that is going to affect you in some way. For me, college has been nothing but a huge networking experience. And I know every day when I wake up, there was a reason, not like on no spiritual godly thing, even though that is true. There's a reason that God woke me up today, but there is a reason where I am now. It may not have been because of what I did yesterday or the day before yesterday, but there's a reason I was here, and it could have been from something from last week. You know, like every little thing you do affects the next couple of steps, and you have to pay attention to that, because that's how college is. People are watching you. People watching you every moment, every step of the way. All you need is that one person to notice what you're doing and want it for themselves. One person has to notice you being great, and then next thing you know, you on somebody's TV. It's like that. It moves so fast and you don't expect it, but although it's moving fast, you have to plan each step. It's like when you're on a treadmill. For my people who work out, even people who don't work out, y'all should know how treadmills work. When you step onto a treadmill, you set the meter to how fast you want to walk or run, and do you want to go up hills and whatnot. Some treadmills have it set to where it's like a course, I guess you could say, and it moves and it gets at different speeds throughout the run, and it's like 30 minutes. Imagine you're on a treadmill. Each step you take is moving faster and faster and faster, but you know, with every step you have to land. You have to land your foot in the right place. You have to place your foot where it needs to be. You have to keep going. That is how college works. College is a treadmill, you guys. You have to keep going. You gotta put your foot in front of the other, because if you just stand there and let the treadmill go all the way back, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna fall, and you don't wanna fall, because falling is not what's up. Because if you fall, I'ma laugh, and then I'm gonna post you on Snapchat, and then I'm gonna take my snap and I'm gonna post it on my Insta story, and then I'm gonna ask you if you need help getting up. That's college for you. That's college right there in front of your eyes, a slap in the face. The thing I also learned is, like, I'm not gonna necessarily say I learned the value of money, because I already knew the value of money, but looking back at it, you guys, I touched so much money last year, and I let all that go to waste. Like, what do I have now to say for it, other than clothes and shoes and wigs and Instagram pictures of food that I ate and shit that I did, like, you know? So as a college student, you really gotta save your money, because come summertime, you trying to bust your ass saving money when you could have already had money saved and could be, you know, still be in your bag, but not, you know, all the way in the tiny pocket that's in the bottom of the bag. Like, I'm in the side pocket. I'm the water bottle. Well, that's what I should have been, instead of being, you know, insert metaphor that I just said. Like, I would recommend you get paid $530. Pay off all your bills. Car insurance. For me, car insurance, credit card bill, storage bill if I continue to keep my storage, and my monthly payment on my loan. That's it. That's 4 things I gotta pay for. Pay those. Look at what you have left. So say after I pay all that off, I have $370. Put $150 to the side. Whatever you have left, should be able to last you until you get paid again. Do not touch what you have saved unless it's a complete emergency. Me, I was doing good saving. I had money saved up, but it was a complete emergency and I needed to get my car fixed. That was that. Without my car, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get it work? How am I gonna do what I gotta do, you know? In order to be in my bag, I need the car to get me to the bag. So I had to, you know, drop that cash and get my car fixed. Simple as that. Going into college, you have to know your purpose. You gotta know why you started, and you have to remember why you started. Everybody knows that college isn't for everybody, and if it's for you, then that's great. You know, don't let those people who are in college knock you down for going to college. Every day I think of where I could be if I wasn't in college, if I just went to straight follow my dreams, because real people know what my dreams are, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But you know, if I just moved to where I wanted to move and did what I wanted to do, you know, I wonder about that. But you always got to have a backup plan. For me, college is my backup plan. I always want to have a degree to fall back on, because when you face reality, there are certain jobs that in the fashion world that you do need to have a degree for. And when it comes down to it, I want to have that degree. I don't want to be like, damn, like I can't get this job because I need a 4-year bachelor's in fashion merchandising and your girl ain't got it, like I ran out. Like, no, I want to have it. I want to be ready. So you need to know that this is what I came for. I came to get my degree, and I'm going to get my degree. I could drop out, of course. There's nothing wrong with dropping out. I could have just been like, yeah, my first year of college is great, but I feel like I'm wasting my time. I could be doing bing, bang, boom. And I think about this every day, y'all. I really do. I'm on Instagram, and I'm looking at all of these big influencers and models, and I'm just like, this could be me. And I'm sitting here going to college. Like, why don't I just go out and do it? But going out and doing it doesn't work for everybody. And if all else fails, I still want to have my degree. And it's not even that. I completed a whole year. I put money and time into this year. I'm not gonna let that go to waste. No. That is what's gonna get me to the end. The same God that got me to college is the same God that's gonna let me finish college, and he's gonna allow me to finish college because that's his will for me. That's what he wants for me. I know in his heart that's what he wants for me, because that's why I'm here. You know, and you don't want to be one of those people that changes their majors, because that, honestly, I feel like changing your major is a waste of time. No offense to those who did it, you know, glory be to you, but that's a waste of time. Now you're taking classes that you could have been took. That's money. Classes cost money. Credit hours cost money. My time costs money. So it's just like, I'm not gonna do that. I could have easily went into business, but going into business, I'm gonna be taking accounting classes, even though I did take accounting classes, but I use this reference all the time. I'm gonna be taking accounting classes that I don't care about. I'm gonna be looking at stats and doing all this. I don't care about none of that. I want to know fashion, baby. I want to know why Milan is the fashion capital of the world. I want to know what trends are coming in spring 2019. I want to know what colors are in. Like, business is not what I'm interested in. The business side of fashion is. That's why I have a specific major. So if you can have a specific major, then go for it. Don't just major in business because you want to work for a business or you want to have your own business. For my fashion people, business is cool, but if you could go into fashion merchandising, marketing, retailing, fashion design, do that. That'll be more interesting. That'll be more appealing to you. You won't be wasting your time. For my engineers, don't just go into engineering, go into computer engineering, mechanical engineering, you know, specifics, because specifics is the best. That's just like when y'all ask somebody a question and y'all hate when they give you the runaround. Be specific. Go for what you want. Dive in head first, like, period. Choose friends who are along the same path as you. Choose friends who have something to lose. I am not going to surround myself with people who have nothing to lose, because I personally have a lot to lose. My life is at stake. My reputation is at stake. My dreams are at stake. You know, choose people who have goals, who know what they want to do with their lives, who don't want to just sit around and do nothing and just sit around and party all day. I recommend making friends, you know, within your major, because it's better, in my opinion. Like, I love all people, I really do. I have some great culinary friends, but my fashion major friends, it's like we're our own special clique. And that, to me, is one of the reasons why I love college, because you won't bond with anyone like the bond you have with people within your major, because you can talk about things that nobody else will understand. And that goes for all majors, not just fashion. I mean, fashion, period, is our own exclusive group. Like, sis, you can't even sit with us. So if you're gonna make friends, you could always stay to yourself, that's cool. But if you're gonna make friends, keep them close to you. You know, those friends you make in the beginning of your college experience, you want to see each other grow. Help each other grow. To my roommate, who I love oh so dearly, you know who you are. I want to see you do big. I want to see you have your own warehouse full of clothes. I want to see you, I want you to be bigger than Fashion Nova. And just like how you want yourself to be bigger than Gucci, I want yourself to be bigger than Gucci. Like, when you have friends who have dreams, support them, period. Because it's nothing like a friend who you can't support. Don't be afraid to be yourself and try new things and open yourself up to new opportunities. If there is a school group that you think you're interested in, go ahead and join it. It may not be, you know, the people you want to be in it. You know, like, my friend's not in this group. You know, I really mess with them. Like, they're my dogs, but they not in this group. They don't like this kind of stuff. Okay, cool. Bump them. Do you. Those college groups and organizations are what's going to take you very, very far. People look at that. Like, on an internship cover letter, resume is perfect. People look at that. They want to know what kind of organizations you've been in, what kind of things you volunteered at, things like that. Like, nobody cares that you went to the club or what party you went to. It's about what you did on campus. When you do things on campus, the people, the students, the faculty, they will remember your face. And for me, college is one of those things that I want them to remember my face. I want them to remember me as that one fashion student who, she came and she did this and she did that. Like, that's what you want people to think of you. Not, she came to class, she did her work, did what she had to do, and left. Don't be afraid to open up yourself to, like, new things. Be open-minded. Be versatile. Nothing's wrong with that. And the worst thing that can happen is you just don't like it. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So who cares? Because you are going to fail. You are going to fall. You are going to tumble, trip, everything. But you cannot let that knock you down. I have had my classes. I have not failed a class yet. Thank God for that, and I don't plan on it. But I have had some of the hardest classes, and I'm glad I knocked them out first and I don't have to deal with them later on. But I've had some hard classes. I felt like I was gonna fail. I've seen my grade drop, and then final grades come in and I'm like, dang, I didn't even think I was gonna pass. Like, I've had that feeling. I've had those moments. But you have to keep pushing. You got to keep yourself going, because at the end of the day, if you fall and you don't get up, nobody's gonna stick their hand out and be like, hey, come on, let's go, get up. What you doing with your life? It's not Life Alert, baby. You don't have nobody to call when you fall and you can't get up. You're grown, you're an adult. You have to do it on your own. You cannot depend on nobody but yourself. I've gotten a lot of questions about Johnson and Wales and what it's like and things like that. First off, yes, freshmen can have cars. Of course, I'm pretty sure that's on their website. Living on campus is not that bad. It's just not for everybody. Personally, it's not for me. But until I can, you know, get an apartment, and until living in an apartment is for me and paying for an apartment is for me, then living on campus is what's gonna be. It's not that bad. It's just, you know, you have visitors and you can only have your visitors 3 days consecutively. So after 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if they spend the night or whatever, they gotta check out and then, you know, check back in. I've had somebody ask me what we did for the hurricane. This is so crazy. This was like the first week of class, and class got canceled. I was hyped but like scared out of my mind at the same time. So they sent out an email, I'll never forget. They was like, you know, Hurricane Irma. I was gonna say Hugo for some reason. Hurricane Irma, it's a category 5, blah blah blah. And like this when everybody was like, y'all, Miami finna go through it. And I honestly thought we was gonna go through it. The main thing I was worried about was my car. I was like, y'all, my car gonna be gone. And our dorms where I lived in Tropical Point. Our dorms where I lived were like, our cars were underneath them, and then the dorms were on top. It was kind of like a parking garage. So you got first level, you got the cars, and then on top you got everybody's dorm. So I was like, oh my gosh, my car, you know, they ain't gonna, I only lived on the 2nd floor, but still I was like, you know, the water not gonna get that high, it's not gonna flood up in my room. But I was still worried about all my clothes that I had. But what they did was, for students who could not evacuate, for the students that had to stay on campus, they were moved to, I'm pretty sure, one of the open places that Miami opened up for people who couldn't evacuate the city. You know, places that were technically called safe. So I'm pretty sure they went to a high school close by the school, and everybody stayed there. I don't know details. I didn't stay. I moved a little further inland, and I lived in Pembroke Pines. That's what we did for the hurricane. Back to the dorming, since I kind of forgot, and then once I mentioned that I lived in Tropical Point, it, you know, reconnected in my head. Whatever. Tropical Point is for freshmen. I absolutely loved living in Tropical Point. It's a far walk from the academic building, but for some reason, I don't know, I love living in Tropical Point. The only con is that like the kitchen is upstairs. So if you don't got a microwave in your room and you hungry at 3 in the morning, you walking upstairs to go heat up your food. Believe me, because I'm not gonna starve. It's just a walk upstairs, or you know, an elevator upstairs. And the elevator in Tropical Point is slow, like seriously. But you have 4 roommates in Tropical Point. Well, it's 4 people, 1 person, 3 other roommates. Your room is split into 2. So you got 2 people in this room, 2 people in that room. You walk in, you got your common area, your bathroom, bedrooms. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty spacious to me. I like the fact that we had like a big open area. If you watch my spring break vlog, you could see pieces of where the area was open, where we weren't in the room. You saw where my bathroom was, because I sadly, sorry, didn't give y'all the dorm tour, but that is definitely coming this semester, so stay on the lookout for that. Self promo is the best promo. But I liked how open it was. This year I'll be living in Lakeside, which is a upperclassman dorm, kind of sort of technically. I mean, I'm a sophomore, I'm not an upperclassman, but I can live there. So it's for returning students. You have Tropical Point for freshmen. Biscayne can also be for freshmen. You can live there, but the only thing with Biscayne is small. Like you walk in and it's just like the bathrooms is nice. If you've been to orientation, you know what Biscayne is like, because that's where y'all stay. So for people who go to JWU and go to JWU's orientation, new student orientation, y'all stay in Biscayne. So y'all know them rooms are small, and it comes with, Biscayne is like either 1 person or 2 people. I don't know about anything other than that, but Biscayne is the farthest walk, in my opinion. Lakeside may be a little bit further, but it's like around the way. Y'all will see once I get back to Miami and I'll show y'all that, but it's just too small for me. So there's Tropical Point, Biscayne, and Arch Creek. Arch Creek is basically in the middle of campus. Like literally, you got the Walk-In Center, Arch Creek, everything else on the other side. I feel like I haven't been to school so long I didn't even remember the name. And then there's Emerald something, I think. Lakeside, Emerald Towers. I have not been to Emerald. I don't know what Emerald looks like, so I don't got no insight on y'all for that. I've been to Lakeside. Lakeside, you can have 2 or 4. The 2 is pretty nice. My friend had a 2, and you got the bedroom, and then you have a big open area, and that's basically the other room. Some people like that because it's so huge, but I like to have a separate room secluded to myself. This year I'm living in a room with 3 other people. Hopefully I can get my room switched to just be with one other person, which is my friend. But if not, whatever. I got the one where it's me and the other person in the room, and then the other 2 people outside of the room. Lakeside has kitchens in the room, and Emerald and Arch, I think, have kitchens in the room. The only ones that don't are Biscayne and Tropical Point. So y'all ain't got no kitchen. Thing with living in a room without a kitchen, if you got a mini fridge and you can't fit your stuff in your little freezer, you gotta put that bit upstairs. And for whoever's watching this video, if you the one who ate my ice cream, run me my coins, because I want my ice cream, y'all. Mini story time. One day, it was the middle of the night. It had to be like 1 a.m. It wasn't that late. I was hungry. It was like, dang, I want some ice cream. You know, when ice cream cravings are like the most serious cravings in the whole wide world. And I had just went to Publix earlier that week and got me some drumsticks. Y'all know the little cone with the ice cream, and it's covered in chocolate. I go upstairs, open the freezer. Now, meanwhile, my drumsticks was in a plastic bag. The box was unopened because I had just bought them earlier in the week. Unopened box, plastic bag, brown, because I got them from Publix, tied, boop, written on it with a Sharpie, K, insert last name here, do not touch my shit. Room 208. I went upstairs, box outside the bag, box open, 1 drumstick. Moment of silence for my dead drumsticks that I didn't get to eat. I was so upset. I emailed the head RA over the building who oversees like that whole residence hall or whatever. I emailed him. I was like, y'all got a camera in there for a reason. I want you to run that camera back. I want you to find out who ate my drumsticks. It never happened. But that's living on campus and dorming for you. Classes, my first set of classes were picked for me. That's how it happens for freshmen. They pick your first couple of classes that first semester, and then after that you sign up on your own. I've been registering for myself ever since then. Of course, you could go to your academic planner and have them continue to choose your classes, but I prefer to do it myself and sit at the computer and choose what classes I want to take and what time I want to take them, because not all classes are scheduled each semester or year round or at the time you want them to be. So sadly, fall semester, I have 2 8 a.m.s. I have 8 to 12 Monday through Thursday. We only have class Monday through Thursday. After that, that's it. Like, no class on Fridays except if you're a culinary student. Y'all got class on Fridays. Fridays is turn up day. But, you know, all the classes are in one building. You walk from your dorm to the academic building, go to class, do what you gotta do. Simple as that. Next topic, the mix. The mix is our cafeteria. So in the mix, you have the mix and you have Willie's. Willie's is where you use your flex dollars. I have no idea what they're called. If you go to JWoo and you're subscribed to my channel, first off, thanks for the support. Second off, comment down below and let me know what these things are called. Is it flex? I feel like it's like flex bucks or something, but I don't know why. For some reason I don't think it's flex. Like, anyways, you know, Willie's is where you use your flex dollars, and it's basically like a Starbucks, because apparently it used to be a Starbucks back in the day. But you can go get coffee, tea, hot chocolate, chips, yogurt, sandwiches, croissants, donuts, not donuts, cinnamon rolls. Oh, the cinnamon rolls. A cinnamon roll and a medium caramel Javiva. Moment of silence. So good. But that's where you use those, and the amount of flex dollars you get is based on your meal plan. You get 10, 14, or 18 meals a week. I think the last one is 18. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then you get like I know you get 150 for 14. I think it gets lower when you go to 10, or it gets higher when you go to 18. I'm not sure. I went down to 10 this year. You can only go down to 10 for 2 reasons. 1, if you're a returning student. 2, if you're 21. I'm pretty sure. So that's that. I went down to 10 because but I went down to 10 because I'm gonna be cooking. Let me just say that. I'm gonna be cooking, and I'm gonna have groceries in my house, in my dorm. So there's no reason for me to be in the mix all day, and I only need 10 anyway. That's Monday through Friday, if I even eat all of those days in a week. Lunch and dinner. I don't eat breakfast. I don't have an appetite. My class at 8 a.m. The most I'm gonna get is coffee, and that's what I got Willie's for. So then you have the actual mix, of course, and there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't know what time breakfast starts. Lunch starts at 11:20. Why I feel like that's wrong? I feel like it's wrong because it's so specific. And dinner starts at 5. I think 5 or 6. And in the mix, you got your different stations. You got your typical created station. That's what they call it, where you can create a sub or a flatbread or a quesadilla, and you could create a smoothie. And then you got your, I call it the sandwich station. You make like a burger or whatever. Like, you tell them what you want, like a double on white with white cheese, or and they got their fries. And then sometimes they might have like chicken tenders or chicken nuggets, or they might have like a chicken patty, and you could tell them you want like a chicken patty sandwich, like a spicy chicken from Wendy's pretty much. And then you have your random station, because every day is something else. So one day it could be spaghetti, the next day is rice and chicken, the next day is something else. And then my favorite, the stir fry station, which is basically they make it in front of you. So every day there's different ingredients, they lay them out in front of you. So you got your specific pasta, different types of pasta, and then your bell peppers, your onions, your spinach, your this, your that, and you tell them, okay, I want this kind of pasta. And then you got your chicken, your beef, and whatever. Okay, I want this kind of pasta, I want chicken, and I want onions, spinach, black pepper, and oregano. Like, it's that specific. You tell them what kind of seasons you want. Sometimes they have their own already made like seasoning, like they have a thing of seasoning that they mixed up, or they'll have like on the side, it'll be little things of oregano, salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, paprika, onion powder, no, not onion powder, garlic powder. See, that's how you know I cook, because I know onion powder and things like that. And then you have your, I call it the knockoff Chipotle station, because they have the same shit every day, and it's knockoff Chipotle. They got you got your tortilla bowl, and then you got your choice of rice, your choice of beans, your choice of meat, and then you got the what's that white stuff? Sour cream. I don't eat sour cream. That's why I know what it was called, so don't do me. Sour cream, lettuce, cheese, salsa, corn, things like that. Put y'all on right now. The best drink on JWU North Miami campus is passion fruit. That passion fruit. Can we get a moment of silence for the passion fruit, please? That passion fruit is something serious. And if you go make a smoothie and you get the passion fruit, because smoothie they usually only have like orange juice or something else. Sometimes they use the passion fruit, and that's why the passion fruit be out at the drink station, because the smoothie station stole all the passion fruit juice. Yeah, I'm putting y'all out, but put the passion fruit in your smoothie instead of the, oh my gosh, y'all, it be so good. Now, I don't remember how it works, so I can't tell y'all the whole thing, but you cannot get a smoothie and have 2 different meals from 2 different stations on your plate, because a smoothie counts as an entree. That's what it is. So it's like you can get 2 entrees and a drink, or you can get like an entree, 2 sides of the drink, or you could get like 6 sides, and it's a whole, you know, thing. But I don't know how it works, and I don't care how it works. Me, I'll get whatever the heck I want. If I want a smoothie, I'll get a smoothie, and I'm gonna get something from the teriyaki station. I mean, stir fry station, and I'll get me some fries, because the fries at the burger station be popping. Okay, them fries is busted. So I'll get me some fries, and if, you know, the random station got something that look good today, and I want to see how it tastes, then I'm gonna get that too. Y'all just gonna have to use a couple of my flex bucks if y'all have to for my smoothie. But you know, if you got the cool person, I'm gonna let y'all figure that out when y'all get there. My dog know who he is. Then he'll just swipe your card and you'll be okay. Your card is your student ID. You need that student ID everywhere you go, so don't lose that. The biggest thing is walking to the mix and be like, damn, I left my ID in the room, and now you gotta walk all the way back to your room to go get your ID. I've done it before, and I was hungry. I was mad. Okay, y'all, I feel like that's it. I really feel like I have touched on everything. If you guys have any other questions that I may have not answered, then you guys are always free to DM me. I get people who follow me on Instagram and DM me all the time and ask me, you know, certain questions. Hey, can I bring this? Hey, what's this? You know, blah blah blah, and I'll answer them. I do not mind. Thank you guys for the constant support. Thank you guys for still being here after I went on a mini hiatus, because the only things I've really been posting is vlogs, and I haven't posted a sit down videos. So I appreciate y'all who have been here for that. I have so much content in store for y'all, so many things planned, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Thank you guys for keeping up with Kay, and like just thank you. Like, I honestly really truly appreciate the support. If you guys do not already, please go follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and add me on Snapchat. Don't forget, you are hashtag boop keeping up with Kay, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.